Okay, here we are on Twin Oaks atop the 78 freeway. There's the exit. We're heading north. We're going to go a few miles to the Red Barn. That's not the name of the park. I believe it's called Heritage Park or Walnut Creek Park. Old farm country, old horse country. Lots of agriculture, lots of horses, lots of crops of all kinds, specializing mainly in growing desert plants, decorative plants for this area and for the whole world. This is a huge industry. They grow palm trees, plants they call succulents that don't require much water. We're in a drought. It may be a permanent drought. It may be a temporary drought, but we're running low on water. So people are uprooting their lawns and their plants that require a lot of water and putting in these native plants that require very little water, very little irrigation, and somehow we'll pull through this drought. It's a cyclical thing. It may be that this year or the next year or the year after that we'll get huge amounts of rain, but don't count on it. Borden Road. There's a golf course to the right and a nature trail. Let's see if we can move over to the right here. There's a bike trail. It's paved. Beautiful fencing. Very expensive to build these things. A magnificent golf course on the other side. And on the other side of that, a nature preserve for wild animals, coyotes, rabbits, lizards, rattlesnakes, maybe even a mountain lion or two. Although the mountain lions tend to stay up in the mountains. But the coyotes don't. They're very happy down here. They have lots of rabbits to eat. Our coyotes are fat and big. Look at all these beautiful trees sucking up the water. There's a creek that runs down here. There's a certain amount of underground water that feeds these things and feeds the crops that are grown in this agricultural area. How long the underground reservoirs last, how big they are, is unknown. Maybe they'll be replenished by enormous rains, but we don't know. There's La Cienega. We could turn right here into the beginning of agricultural areas, but let's go down a little bit because we want to do a little drive-through of the Red Barn. There's a school up ahead to the right, and a church. Well, due to construction, this is a four-way stop instead of a light. Fortunately, I stopped in time instead of going through by habit. This light's working. Olive Street. Again, we could turn right into Olive Street and go into farm country. There are lots of greenhouses, enormous greenhouses, huge greenhouses. I've never seen anything like it, covering acres of ground, growing all sorts of crops that are safe from the occasional frost. In the wintertime, yes, it does get cold here, below freezing, but these items in the greenhouses are safe year-round. Carefully controlled, just the right amount of water. Okay, now we're going to turn right up ahead and go into the park that houses the Red Barn. This is Sycamore, and it's a bit torn up. The street here is not maintained too well. But that's okay. This is farm country. And here's a creek to the left, mostly dry, but when it rains, it can be dangerous. And now the creek is to our right. If you drive over the edge here, and there's nothing to prevent you from doing so by accident, it's deep enough, about 15 feet, that your car will probably overturn and come to rest on its roof, and you'll be hanging upside down from your seat belts. Not a good thing, and your car will not be seen because it'll be covered with brush. So it can be dangerous. And here we are in Heritage Park, Walnut Park, equestrian trailer parking. This is for horses to get a little exercise. Maybe 100 years ago, this was quite active with ranching horses. Not so much anymore, just for fun. I don't know if these are the original farm homes in this museum. It looks like about 4 quaint farm homes. They call it Heritage Park, and they give museum tours. Really nice place to bring kids in your family. Very lovely. And lots of equipment for the kids to play, playground equipment. The Welcome Center is open at certain hours for tours. Here are some beautiful horses. We're ringed by mountains. I call them mountains. 1,000 to 2,000 foot mountains. This is a wonderful place. Natural beauty. And here is what I call the Red Barn. I don't know what they call it. So there we've done a little drive-through of Heritage Park, Walnut Park. Two names here. One is for the barn section and the other for the horse section. We're going over this creek. I think it's called Sycamore Creek. Walnut Grove Park, that's half of it, and Heritage Park and Museum is the other half. You can see they're growing palm trees by the hundreds of thousands for the whole world. These homes are very peaceful and calm and private. Although I wouldn't be comfortable walking here at night because of the coyotes. I think you'd probably be safe. Okay, there's the creek to the right that you could fall down in, overturn, and be lost under the brush. I'm gonna see if they can build some protective fences. Let's take a little drive to the left up Cox Road. Kind of a nice semi-private road, as you can see. There's an equestrian trail with a soft surface for horses' hoofs, and joggers, bikers, hikers. Center median. It may be that due to the water shortage, these median plants need to be replaced. I don't know if they take too much water or not. We'll find out. Look at the wonderful view here in this little valley nestled against the mountains. These lucky people. And let's hope that the potential mountain fires don't cause horrible damage. We're all keeping our fingers crossed. When these mountains light up, there isn't a whole lot you can do except let it burn. Okay, we're going to turn right on Mulberry from Cox Road.